Hello everyone and welcome again to the Minister's Minute. My name is Jason W. Touche, lead minister of the Oklahoma City International Church of Christ. This Friday is June the 6th. Of course, for those of you that know your history, June the 6th is what's known as D-Day. On June the 6th, 1944 was what many consider the climactic battle of World War II. American journalist Ernie Pyle, who was well known during that time for his battlefield correspondence, wrote a piece of an article that I wanted to read to you right now to really remind us of what our troops went through for us. Normandy Beachhead, June 12, 1944. Due to the last-minute alteration in the arrangements, I didn't arrive in the beachhead until the morning after D-Day, after our first wave of assault troops had hit shore. By the time we got here, the beaches had been taken and the fighting had moved a couple of miles inland. All that remained on the beach was some sniping and artillery fire and the occasional startling blast of a mine blowing brown sand into the air. That plus a gigantic and pitiful litter of wreckage along miles of shoreline. Submerged tanks and overturned boats and burned trucks and shell-shattered jeeps and sad little personal belongings were strewn all over these bitter sands. That plus the bodies of soldiers lying in rows covered with blankets, the toes of their shoes sticking up in a line as though on drill, and other bodies, uncollected, still sprawling grotesquely in the sand or half hidden by the high grass beyond the beach. That plus an intense, grim determination of work-weary men to get their chaotic beach organized and get all the vital supplies and reinforcements moving rapidly over it from the stacked up ships standing in the seas in droves out in the middle of the sea. Now that it is all over, it seems to be a pure miracle that we ever took the beach at all. For some of our units it was easy, but in this special sector where I am now, our troops faced such odds that our getting ashore was like my whipping Joe Louis down to a pulp. In this column I want to tell you what the opening of the second front in this one sector entailed, so that you can know and appreciate and forever be humbly grateful to those both dead and alive who did it for you. You know, I love the stirring words that Ernie Pyle wrote about what he saw the morning after the amazing Normandy invasion. It reminds us of what was done for us by the troops at that time. It reminds us of all the troops that have done things for us since, those who have died in the line of duty so that we could have freedom. And this Friday, I hope that we'll take time to remember those. But I also hope it will remind us of another who went to a war and fought a battle for our personal freedom, and that's Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ went to war for us in a spiritual way. He went for war for us, and He died on the cross for us. And because of His death, we're able to be free today. I hope that we'll remember our troops, but I hope that we'll always remember Jesus Christ as well, for Him dying for us. That on this coming D-Day and every day after, we'll remember that Jesus went to battle, went to war so that we could be free. And today, although we are still entrenched in this spiritual battle, we have nothing to look forward to but victory. As long as we stay in the fight, as long as we don't quit, we'll get to win. The men who stormed the beaches of Normandy on June 6, 1944, they had no understanding if they were going to win or not. They hoped they would. They fought as though they were going to, but they didn't know for sure if they would. But the hope that we get in fighting this spiritual battle today is that we will win when it's all said and done. And there's no doubt about that. Thank you so much for coming out and listening today. We hope to see you out at the website at www.okcicoc.org or coming to visit us on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. at 1 Southwest 59th Street in South Oklahoma City. Thanks again, and God bless.